Here we are live in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, with the World Championships of the 61238 area code. Dave Duncan.
So we're gonna go live. Let's do that.
I think we're live right now, dude.
We are on YouTube as well. All right, so we're in there like swimwear at the moment.
Dude, I gotta check it out.
Hear them?
I gotta check it out. I'm getting on YouTube. I just want to see what's going on. So why don't you do some play-by-play? What is it? Is it mindset? Hold on. Is it mindset or what?
If you just type in my name onto YouTube,
Chase, okay,
you will find me.
So it's with or without the princess?
Definitely put the princess on there. Sure.
Okay, that's
gonna be the easiest way to do it. He goes to the open hand cake.
Chase. every time he shoots a middle, saying he strokes along, Jim's going blind.
Dude, so many times I'm like, well, he went long there, Jim.
And he strokes along for the win.
You legitimately, and this is like no criticism, you can't interrupt him. Like, you can't say you're wrong right when you're commentating. That's not a thing. You can't do that. No, not at all. That's not cool.
I'm watching both simultaneously, and there's like a... Dude, this is super cool.
It's pretty cool.
But can they hear me on your YouTube? No.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest foosball match. We are streaming live with Jason Wicks and Steve Duncan. On the microphone, we've got the one and only Chase Pennell and Mark Torres, ladies and gentlemen.
So, what's funny about this is, well, people don't know why they're playing. And they probably should know why they're playing. And it's basically, Jason went on a heroin binge like 2 weeks ago, and he owes Steve Duncan a bunch of money. So Steve said, "Do you want to work it off with lessons?" And like,
that's so messed up.
Just kidding.
That's amazing.
Just kidding. What the
Steve
hell?
Duncan picks it up on his 3-rod, sets him up in a front pin position, goes quick to the push side.
Nice. I think it's a strip. I think it's strip singles because Jason's wearing boxers, like Joker boxers.
Those do look like boxers. I have to agree.
Dude, Joker boxers.
Jason goes into a 2-5 position, tries to brush it up through the lane, gets blocked by Duncan. Goes up to the lane again, and caroms all the way to the 3-rod. Goes into a front pin, goes quick push side, and then loses the ball all the way back to his own.
Jason tells a story that he stopped shooting a pull shot because he shot a pull shot and he broke his hand. So true story. And so it makes me he's like doesn't want his hand to explode by overusing his wrist.
Okay, fun fact, my wrist dislocates, I still shoot a pull shot because I'm not a pansy.
What?
You didn't know that?
That's contrary. That's contrary to what I've
My wrist 100% dislocates.
Your moniker, your nickname is Pansy, so I'm not sure.
My nickname is Pansy. I thought it was Princess. We should get this corrected.
Let's go. Well, dude, it looks like I don't know what yellow band that is, but I think Jason just came from the club.
Actually, it was a pull side front toe.
No, on his right hand, his right wrist is a yellow band, and I think it says.
Jason Wicks goes down the middle with a snake shot, scoring a goal, making it 3-2.
I can see the writing on that wristband. It says Blue Oyster.
Blue Oyster. Oh my goodness. The bar.
Do you know the reference? The Blue Oyster.
The Blue Oyster.
It's like Police Academy.
Oh my gosh! Stop it right now.
All right, dude. You want to get some people in here? Let's see how many people.
Steve Duncan goes a little too hard against the wall.
It's a little too hard against the wall. That's what she said.
Ugh. Oh, that was sweet. I like that little pull kick pass to the 5-bar. Everybody thinks that they are Tony Spreedeman doing 2-5 passing. Jason Wicks goes down the middle with a pull kick.
Let's see here.
Up 4-2. Can Duncan make some kind of comeback here?
I'm gonna get on Facebook and tell people we're
gonna be like that. I see how it is. Okay, I wasn't aware.
I'm just letting we're doing a remote. Just keep yapping, dude.
Just
you
keep
sound
yapping.
Good.
I sound good. That's such a lie.
Keep running your mouth. Just keep running your mouth.
Jason Wick tries to go with a quick pull side. Nobody knows how to take their time on the foosball table here. I say that. Steve Duncan tries to slow down, goes getting the ball up to his Jason's 5-bar, comes back over to Steve Duncan's 5-bar, bring it to the near side, brush down to the wall, sets up in a front pin snake shot. Takes a little bit more time than anybody else on the table has taken so far.
I'm putting Jason's Twitch
and calls his first time out.
No way.
He did it. That's the most time that's been taken in the entire match so far. Steve Duncan knows he's in a good position here. He is down 4-3, but he did just steal the ball, gets it up to his 3-rod, and has an opportunity to make it 4-4.
You know what? There's chat. If you go to Jason's Twitch.
In my chat either.
Oh,
should I go into Jason's chat as well?
It's because we're painful to listen to, but
that's a good point. They can hear me, right?
So I'm gonna get Jason's Twitch. Yeah, just get some. Ask people who's in the room.
He did steal the ball. This is an opportunity. Come on.
All right, we're gonna do this. Like this.
And totally whiffs on the pull side.
Dear Inside Foos.
Is it Twitch/Inside Foos?
Dear Inside Foos family, community. We are running auditions for.
Do you always talk to yourself out loud while you're attempting to do things?
I don't know. If I knew, I wouldn't be crazy.
Oh, okay. So then, yes is the answer to that question.
Yes.
It's good to know. I think that's quality information to have. And you know what? Now we're also in the Twitch chat, so we have opportunities to be in both chats at the same time now. That's glorious. It is now 4-4. Steve Duncan has the ball on his 2-rod. Looks like he's attempting to. Oh, he puts a push shot on goal, blocked by the men that have not been moving. Another pull kick by Jason Wicks. Comes all the way back to the 2-rod of Steve Duncan. Another push shot. Then pinned by the 5-bar. Blocked by the 5-bar. The speed of this match is intense. Jason Wicks, fast lane pass, sets him into a roll, and goes with a middle. Tap middle for the win of that game. It is now, what is this, 1-1?
Oh.
1-0? Oh, 1-0. Okay. So those of you that are just joining us, we are currently watching Jason Wicks and Steve Duncan play a little bit of foosball. Playing a little bit of singles. They are maybe or maybe not playing for money. I'm not going to answer those questions. Jason Wicks there goes to shoot a pull side and misexecutes, does hit the far corner of the goal. Picks back up on the 5-bar, brushes through the lane, and goes into a very quick, slow push kick that does score. So Jason Wicks up 1-0.
All right, I put it in Inside Foos TV and put your link and Jason's Twitch and the YouTube channel. And in the blink of an eye here, we can disappoint a whole bunch of people.
We can really upset the whole planet when it comes to foosball. I'm a big fan of this. Ooh,
Look at that.
Good little brush pass. Look at that bad boy, huh?
That thing went through the man.
It
was like magic.
If it was Flash, he did use, that shaking to go right through, phasing directly through.
Phasing.
Phasing.
Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde, if you know Kitty Pryde.
Katie Pryde? I don't know Katie Pryde. I know Lisa Pryde.
Kitty Pryde is from the X-Men, dude. Come on.
What are you talking about?
Dude, Kitty Pryde? No. Yeah, never mind, dude.
Dude, I know X-Men and you're just lying at this point.
Kitty Pryde. Oh, my God. I'm going to crush you right now.
Good luck.
What is her name in the, she changed her name. Her name was like.
Are you talking about Rogue?
No, dude, you're killing me.
You're killing me.
Kitty Pryde, X-Men. She's one of the.
Really want to tap that.
They call her Shadow Cat. She phases. Good Lord.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Yes. Holy crap. Can't believe we're having this conversation.
Steve Duncan down 2-0 at the moment. Goes through the lane, sets up for his rollover. Goes push side, misses it wide. Jason Wicks picks it up, tries to go 2-5, gets it stolen away by Steve Duncan. Duncan sets up the rollover, does a couple of jerks, goes into it, and misexecutes a pull side, hitting the wall. Looks like some practice is in order for Steve Duncan. Great execution from Jason Wicks. But some quick shots. But when you're up 2-0, you can kind of take some risks. You're a foosball spy on the internet. Very nice. Wait, Rich Cotter? I know who you are.
Rich Cotter, I know that name too. Dude, it's sad because they had like a basement play at what's the guy's name? Who they play at his house here in Illinois?
John Dermott.
Yeah, John. And that
McDermott.
I was watching. I'm like, is that in Chicago? I had no idea. There's a bunch of people playing foosball, people's houses. I just haven't like.
Well, it's because you're scared of coronavirus. We get it. I understand.
It's not I'm scared of coronavirus. I don't like foosball. I love foosball. I love the community. I don't know what a foosball is. Dude, how many draws did I go to? I went to two draw your partners, and one of them I didn't even play in.
In 5 years of you, how long you've been living there?
8 years, brother.
Okay, well, that's even worse.
Well, so here I am. Talking
and
about
I
like
had to force you to go to both of those draws, just for the record.
You didn't force me.
I
went one
forced
time.
you. You know why? Because I harassed you.
I got completely trashed. Second time I got trashed, and remember we went to like Jack in the Box or something afterwards.
There is no Jack in the Box. You're amazing.
Okay, that's how trashed I was.
That's how trashed I was, he says. Yeah, I think that the audience is going good, guys. If you're in the chat currently on the YouTube or on the specifically if you're on the YouTube, please let us know if the quality is looking good for you guys. We're trying to test some stuff out. We'd really love your input. Any information you can give us would be fantastic. Buffalo Foosball with a 99-cent donation. Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate that.
Buffalo Foosball.
I appreciate that, man. That's super cool of you. I think that's my first donation on the YouTube, so thank you, sir.
Sweet. Buffalo Foosball. Dude, take a picture. I'm not kidding. I'm not being sarcastic. Dude, show the love.
It's appreciated love at the moment. I won't lie to you.
So how's that work? 95 cents. It must have been $1 and YouTube took 5 cents. I mean,
no, it's 99 cents.
Come on.
It's beautiful.
Oh, and 99 cents and YouTube takes 4?
$4.
He said 95 cents. He said 95 cents.
99.
How did
99
cents.
Like, 99 cents.
How does that work?
Because it's 1 penny off of $1, bro. I get it.
I wonder if Steve and Jason can hear us. Put your thumb up if you can hear us.
They can hear us.
Dude, Steve, put your thumb up and then shoot. Come on,
Steve goes hard to the pull side. Oh, they don't care. They're not listening to us at all anymore.
Focus.
Yes, I am.
Okay, they heard it. They yelled, "Yes, I am."
Jason, listen. Mad love for the boxers, bro. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. I think the boxers are sick.
I don't think they're actually boxers. I think they're golfing shorts. Yeah, they're golf shorts. They're golf shorts.
No, dude. If the Joker was going to bed, that's what he'd put on. All right.
That's amazing.
Sick.
Amazing. Steve here with a big opportunity to make the game 2-2. Can he come up big?
He was about to make Jason his bitch.
He might. He's been misexecuting a little bit.
What?
But with that deep pull side, he did.
Deep pull side.
Deep pull side.
Goal. You know what? Why don't you do like, look at, I can, because I'm ethnic, I could profile a little bit. You should make it go goal every time you press that button. Jason.
You're so dumb.
Goal. Boom. What?
Did he just get
Jason did
pull kick club? Little pull kick club there? He goes, yeah.
You ever see Justin Shaw do like a donkey kick whenever he does anything? Like there's a back kick, like Chuck Norris. Like if Chuck Norris had an abandoned son who never actually got trained right, it was a freaking donkey kick.
Like a donkey kick.
4-2 right now. What happened? Just sloppy nightmare. Jason Wicks.
Jason just coming in hard. Steve goes through the lane, sets up with a snake shot. He's only been able to go pull side so far. They can hear us, so everything I say, they're... I made him reset. And he goes pull side anyway! That's
Dude,
so
hilarious.
good. It is now 3-2. Oh, no! That's just cruel
What
and
just
unusual
happened?
punishment.
What
That
just
looked
happened?
like it was a drive-by. It was a drive-by shooting. Biggie Smalls got taken out, and unfortunately, it was in the form of. It was just a straight left hook. Oh man,
Left
it looked
hook
like a
flippy.
drive-by. Oh yeah, okay, left hook flippy. Yeah, drive-by.
Dude, we're killing people right now.
They hate us.
Yeah, people are quitting foosball right now.
They might quit foosball right now. I think it's a beautiful thing though.
Or lacrosse.
Dude, Adam says he can't hear anything. Dude, Adam says he can't hear anything. Oh, he can hear it on YouTube, but he can't hear it on Twitch. Jason, is there a reason why people can hear it on YouTube but not on Twitch? They don't have sound.
Their volume's down.
Maybe.
Is that the problem? That they have to turn their volume up?
Yeah.
Let me turn your volume up right now and see what happens. Hold on.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh.
Hold on.
I might be. Hey, Buffalo Foosball, thanks for the message. I think I might be going to Kentucky. Chase Pennell here, but I don't know for sure. I honestly think that they're going to cancel it. So who knows? Jason Wicks with the deep pull kick. Steve Duncan not being able to stay in front of the ball on these little quick shots. Hitting lane passes a little too hard. They're not sticking where they should. I'm still in that drive-by. Oh, you can't hear us on Twitch. So I am getting multiple messages, Jason, that they can't hear us on Twitch.
It's really low somehow. I'm trying to watch it. It can't be heard on the Twitch, I don't think. The play-by-play can't be heard on the Twitch.
Everybody's telling us that they can't hear the play-by-play on Twitch. They've all come to YouTube. So my guess is you'll have to increase your desktop audio for us to be heard. Like, by desktop audio, I mean that in OBS, if that's what you're running.
There, fixed it.
Oh, awesome.
Now there it is.
Can you hear us now, Twitch? Give us some words, Twitch. Thank you so much for showing up, guys. If you haven't been able to hear us, we have been commentating this whole time. However, it is what it is. Rich Cotter in the chat here, also 90s amateur world's doubles champion. I think I have a pretty good idea of who that might be. No comments are being made though. When you win an amateur doubles title, it's really not like winning any title.
Dude, in 1990, it was like winning the world championships in open doubles.
Yeah, that's not
World Cup, dude. World Cup.
That's not true at all. YouTube Live is better than Twitch for them because they would. Because of the replay. I get that.
Easy now, killer.
Dude, that's money. See that?
2019 amateur doubles titles. Yeah.
Boom.
So there is a real issue with our world this time of this day and age, if you will. It's called participation trophies. And that's what that is. That's just a glorified participation trophy.
You're smoking crack. I'm trying to find out if Twitch can hear us.
They can. They've confirmed that they can hear us now. Oh, that was you.
How?
That was you confirmed.
That was me, dude.
I can test
Yeah.
it.
I don't work. Yeah, figure I gotta mute me on. You gotta mute me on Discord.
I don't have to mute
You need to mute me on Discord. You need to do some stuff.
I have to mute you on Discord? What are you talking about?
If you want to hear, dude, just find out.
I have a better idea. How about you relax your crazy?
Yeah, okay.
Awesome.
So the 2 or back 3 bar to the 5 bar, the 2 to the 5 bar.
I can confirm with 100% certainty that they can now hear us on Twitch.
How is the set? Is it audible?
Yeah, it's very audible.
Dude,
Super
they
good.
miss so much good stuff. They
have missed some really good stuff.
The Harley Quinn shorts? Come on.
The Harley Quinn shorts are beautiful.
If you didn't know, it's strip foosball.
It is. It is strip foosball. They'll be losing clothing as it goes on. And it's great, man. I think it's a fantastic thing. And everybody that's already here, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate your audience, your love. Foosball is a growing, beautiful sport, even though we have COVID in place at the moment. And Jason Wicks has been asserting his dominance over one Steve Duncan so far, up 2 games to nothing.
Really?
Currently 1-1 in the third
Let's
game.
see. Steve Duncan, pick it up, bro.
Right?
Hey, I know you can hear me.
Oh, wow.
Can't hear you.
The misexecution that turns out into a quality catch onto the 5 bar. Nice clean wall pass to his 3. He's going to be looking to set up the rollover. Been going pull side mostly, looking to possibly extend that.
Stop it.
Oh, dude, it was there.
It was there.
I don't know.
Just slightly mistimed.
It's a combination of your poolside being really good and Jason not knowing what it is, I think. I don't think he knows what the poolside is.
So here's the thing. When you say stuff like this, it changes people's defense. You know, they can hear us, which actually makes them change their defenses a little bit. Slight lag hiccup, everybody. It'll be okay. I promise you. It'll be right back through.
So you know there are stories that when Tiger Woods was learning how to shoot, play golf and use his driver, his dad would get in his ear and scream epithets at him, like just rail on him. I don't know what names he would call him. And maybe there's some character building here. Like maybe we should just like scream at people.
So
like,
same kind of concept. With who's that incredible snowboarder? Shaun White. When Shaun was learning to snowboard, he went down the regular way until he started going too fast, and his mom was worried about his health. So what she did is she made him flip his bindings on his snowboard, so he had to go down lefty. And he got so good at snowboarding both ways that's kind of what has made him such a great snowboarder. He feels comfortable going both directions, and that kind of concept really, works in multiple sports, including foosball, in my opinion. You have to get good at, playing with your left hand and your right hand. That's why I think like left-handed singles is a great practice technique. Just for the record.
Yeah, I think left-handed singles is amazing. I'm horrible at it. So there you go.
Well, I mean, we're not trying to critique your foosball game in its entirety at this point in time. Steve Duncan, has it tied up 1-1. Steve Duncan does take a timeout on his 5-bar.
I think Steve Duncan's gonna have to take his shirt off in a second. This is brutal.
He might. Ooh, tries to go hard along the wall.
Was it even legal? What just happened right now? Did time skip? That ball went from Jason. I think they need a judge.
Jason.
Who's going to judge this match?
Quick side,
Filthy.
push side.
Let's give him a nickname. Filthy Jason Wicks.
I mean, he's trying to play right now kind of like how Blake Robertson plays. Shooting everything under about 1/10 of a second. Oh my gosh, the Chucky bait was brutal right there by Jason Wicks.
Dude, Jason, you know what I need? I need you to get Steve Murray over. And I'm going to talk so much shit that it triggers him. You know how Steve is, right? Like, it'll trigger him, and then, like, he might just go on a rampage to hide your pets. You don't know what he'll do.
Oh, my gosh. Dude, I'm gonna
dude.
I think that one cut back. I'm not sure.
Steve, you got to block. You got to stuff that one with your third man. Like, anticipate it. Just, like, stuff that thing in the box. And then, like, call timeout. And tell Jason you're going to go to the bathroom and then go home. Just go home.
Oh, just leave. Oh, you had it. It was there. What? You had that push side. Oh, and he gets it that time. Oh, the trickery is real. Your screen is too dark. That's funny.
I need
Jason Wicks hard into the lane. Sets up the rollover. Tries to go another quick pull side, shooting everything under about 1/10 of a second.
I was talking to Tom Yor the other day, and he said he played a match with Tommy. He played 3 matches with Tommy, and the first one Tommy beat him 3 games straight, and then the second match it went 5 games and he lost, and the third game Tom Yor went up 2 games and then he quit playing.
He just left.
He's like, "F this.
I'm out.
I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm out. Why even? Why? Good question. Why?"
I'm excited to see how Tommy's career in foosball continues. He's done a great job of mimicking Tony so far. I think Billy, when he played him, what was that? Texas? Or no, Worlds perhaps or something? Where he just thumped him. He kind of exposed a little error, I think, in Tommy's game that only people like Billy can really take advantage of. So I'm interested to see if people are going to start figuring that out more and more, or if
well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think Tommy Yor remains dangerous. No matter. I'll tell you why.
Because he's good. But
well, not just he's good. He's taken Tony's game and he's added depth and dimension. He's made it his own. Believe it or not, it's not just a carbon copy. But the other thing that makes Tommy Yor very dangerous is that Tony is a big fan of his. Tony loves Tommy Yor, so he coaches him, mentors him, takes care of him, and so Tommy has nothing but upside with someone like Tony supporting him. Now, it would be interesting to see Tommy play Billy a second time. The first time you play Billy, it could be terrifying, right? The dude is just ugly to play against. But the second time would be more telling for me. That match could have gone either way, and Billy pulled it out, and Billy's is a phenom. I think Tommy playing Billy a second time will be more telling. Nice job, Steve.
I don't disagree with that. I do think that, and here's the thing, right? Billy's a different beast, right? When you play Tony, it's one version. When you play Billy, it's a totally different thing. You're playing two totally different styles of foosball. Billy can score from anywhere on the table at any moment, doing anything he wants. Where Tony is going to he's going to score doing a couple of very specific things to you. So it's totally different. I think Tommy, and obviously Tommy beat Tony recently in singles, and I think that's kind of a little bit telling as well, saying, hey, they play so much that Tommy has a slight edge. But I do think people like Billy are going to give him a real run for his money. I do.
Well, Masters, here, the thing about Masters, if they don't come around, and then they come around all of a sudden, he's used to playing Ryan, and he's used to playing Tony, of course.
Right.
He's used to playing Blake.
Blake.
Todd. But if someone practiced their ass off and came out of nowhere, like a good master decided to practice their ass off and come out of nowhere, it would be shocking. And shocking is probably a strong adjective, but it's going to come down to the tight points. It's going to come down to 3-3, 4-4 decision making, and those are coin flips based on confidence and how well you're analyzing the game and adjustments mid game. And so just the sky's the limit for Tommy. But Tommy, dude, I think he has a serious major in college.
Yep.
Focus just changes on a whim.
Absolutely.
And then he's not playing as much. He's not as focused. Why would he be?
Right. Why would he be? And just wait until he finds a girl. I mean, the world changes, right? So, will he be able to continue it? I don't know. I think it's going to be a very interesting story, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a great story for foosball, one way or the other. But I'm very excited to see where it leads, to say the least. Very excited. Because he is he truly is a talent. I don't think people realize how talented he probably is, because Tony's game is so unique. And they're all like, well, he just mimicked Tony. Well, yeah, but you got to have some serious talent to mimic Tony.
And he's not the first person to try to simulate his game. I mean, there are good examples. Like Zeke Cervantes is a good example. There was even
Pimkin
other
Jr.
iterations before that.
Pimkin Jr. was probably the closest to mimic his game.
Yeah. But it's one thing to mimic, and it's another thing. It's like paying homage and then adding your own personality and character. And then, of course, he has his dad always being a lifelong committed to the game.
Yep.
It's just really it's a good story as long as he wants to keep telling it.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
So what's happening now?
So we're in match 2. This is the
match
first
2.
ball of match 2. Stephen Duncan has the ball on his 5-bar, tries to go hard through the lane. Picked up by Jason Wicks, stolen. Jason goes hard along the wall, down brush pass, sets up in the snake pin position. Takes his time for the first time in the whole match, tries to go push side, does get blocked by Steven, comes back to his own 5-bar, goes hard along the wall.
Yes, what's funny about your play-by-play? So Jim has a very objective delivery. Your play-by-play is all these passive-aggressive shitty remarks. You're like, for the first time in the match, Jason decided to warm up his brain.
Well, I'm talking shit because this is fun, right? That's where we're at right now.
Dude,
do you want me to try and take it seriously? Because I can, but I feel like this isn't a serious match, so taking this seriously is not possible.
I just think it's just funny. I think
it's not going to happen.
We should just call it Chase's douchey play-by-play.
I can totally do that if you want. I think that should be a whole separate price. When you're at a tournament and you want to get your commentation, you can have Jim, which is going to be this tight, polished, beautiful commentary, right? Truly polished.
Full of diplomacy, like Captain America, and then there's your Andrew Dice Clay version of commentary, just like fucking asshole commentary.
And that's how I'm going to do it. And that's just a separate charge, right? You can get told exactly what you're doing wrong.
That's hilarious, dude.
This one's still.
I grabbed.
Yeah, it was a great steal.
Yeah.
Ooh, push side.
Well, dude, I'm thinking, dude, this is like dangerous. It's dangerous because you pick up all these little. If you have good memory, you pick up all these little things that end up being.
Little things. Yep.
Yeah, like the little tap to the same direction you're gonna go. Jason, I'm breaking you down, dude. I'm breaking you down, Jason. Feel the terror. You're never gonna want to play me, dude. Meanwhile, Steven poolside Duncan. I'm a fan, man. Like, okay, here's what I'm a fan of. If you can go down 10 times a person, that's not a weakness in your 3-bar. That's a weakness in the other person's goalie game. But he's adjusted, right? So now if you go 3 quarters down, you could probably go 3 quarters down 10 times in a row.
Or quick middles. Quick middles are going to work all day now. See, this is great because what's interesting about this is they can hear us commentating, right? They're able to make adjustments. They're actually learning from the comments that we're making.
Are they learning anything? I think they're fucking learning anything.
No, they are 100%. 100%. Because here's why: they're changing their game while we're talking because of what we're saying.
Well, they could be reacting to what we're saying, like
and my ultra passive aggressive commentary.
Yeah, ultra passive aggressive is pretty clear. It's pretty aggressive. But
hey.
like here's the thing. Here's what's fun about this that they can hear us. So like there's all this. You hear me ranting on Facebook about how the game is too church-like.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, eat it.
100%
Eat it, Steve Duncan. Jump out of the way. I'm just about to pick a side now.
1,000% agree with you. It's too much like golf is what it's like.
It sucks. There's a story, too, that someone made that decision for foosball. They said they were going to make it like golf, and it stayed. That was like a 70s. That decision happened in the 70s. And it was probably some introverted, mind palace, OCD neurotic, like sensitive to colors and sounds person who just decided we're not going to have any noise when we play foosball. It's just too noisy. It hurts my head. And now we have this sport. It's like right now, this is character building, right?
Absolutely.
Like, boom, poolside, eat it.
Quick poolside.
Do you even know where it is? Do you even know where that poolside is, bro? Seriously.
Tried to go with that drive-by yet again.
Steve, I bet you if you shot poolside 5-bar shots, he'd have an issue seeing where it goes.
Yeah, he's not sure where that goes.
Now you're distracted.
Boom. All right.
Keep talking for a second. By
the way, we gotta grab another beer. It's a Monday at 9:40 your time. It's like his 5th beer. There might be an issue here, you guys.
First of all, don't you dare judge me. Okay, don't you dare. Okay. I know my limit. I know my limits. And I'm at home. My children are in bed.
I'll
be right back, though, seriously.
Hey, you guys, is this distracting?
No.
This isn't distracting, is it? No one's talking to you. Jesus. I'm talking to Jason and Steve. Which one is Jason? Just kidding. Dude, he's catching that. Steve, use the adjustment. Don't do the brush down from the 3-bar. Shoot the 3-bar bank. Bank that thing from your back 3-bar. If you have any balls. See?
Okay. So, fun fact. I've been locked in my basement.
Lane. Why?
Someone has locked me in my basement.
Oh, that happened to me too, because it locks from the outside. The door locks from the outside. Oh, dude, that happened. My kids locked me in the basement one time. And then they left for like 3 hours. I was stuck in my basement.
So that's fun.
So he's gone down. Jason's been catching it. Then he went lane, and he would have had that too. Better yet. Okay. Poolside, Steve Duncan, looking at the poolside, debating the poolside. This executes the poolside and scores.
And scores. I have a question. Could that push side have been larger? I'm not sure.
Dude, he was split, dude. I think it split him.
Oh yeah, that cut back. For
Oh
sure.
my god, this is.
It didn't cut back.
If you ever wanted to hurt your foosball game, you should be watching this stream right now.
That's a fact. Ooh. Oh yeah, we lost like 5 viewers when that happened.
Dude, we picked up some. Who's Foosballer 93? Foosballer 93, you're a beast. Whoever you are, you're a beast.
I think you would have a hard time with Mark or with Jason. Just saying.
Some big cash on travel. Okay. Mike Green, are you in the chat right now? Is that Mike Green?
Oh, that was a nice one. Really good one.
You have some. You have 6 people watching.
Better than these rookies. Ouch. Chance to put a game away. Game number 1. Oh, miss executes a push side, cuts it all the way back to the pull side, winning game number 1. I'm gonna hope that
who won? Duncan?
Duncan won his first game. Yeah, first game.
What? Steve Duncan, you should go, dude. This is where you go. You tell him you got to use the bathroom, and then jump in your car and just don't come back. Just do it. Fine. Now you're gonna regret it, Steve. Just kidding. People shoot more banks from the 5 bar. That's the crusade I'm going on. More banks from the 5 bar. Oh, there was a delay there. He shot the split. I don't know if he meant it. Bad choice. I don't know why Jason had 2 people on the split. What does that mean? Does he have a read? 2 people on the middle, you went middle. All he means he's just like anticipating a middle now because you decimated him with the pull side.
I walked in and went in.
So,
dude, that's your second beer in 7 minutes. So I don't know what's going on over there, but maybe you need an intervention, Chase.
I think you need to drop your Judgy McJudgerson-ness.
Dude, this locked in the basement thing is getting to you. How long have you been locked in your basement?
37 minutes and 43 seconds.
That was a little sneaky. Jason like tapped to the push side and went pull side. After tapping to the side he was going to go, he tapped opposite direction and went. Ooh, a little off the wall down pass. I like that pass. That pass messes with people, Steve. Too bad you can't execute it.
Yeah, executing is the big deal with it. Yeah, but you know,
catching it could be goofy depending on like how much torque you have on it.
Ooh, that was a deep pull side, dude.
Yeah. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not blocking pull side, by the way.
That's
that was probably dead bar. It was probably dead bar.
But the hole's there.
Well, dude, you can't you got to give something. Like you give people what the strong side is. You could overblock the dead bar on that side, but the weak side you can't block past the dead bar. Everything else is too open. Just leave the dead bar open. Dude, that's Bobby Diaz's whole defense.
That's true.
He leaves all the dead bars open all the time.
Then I will 100% score on him.
Well, if he finds out which side is your strong side and your weak side, and he finds out which side is your strong side and your weak side in the middle of a match, it's easier said than done. You know?
I mean, too bad he's banned from the tour for all eternity.
I don't think, dude. Johnny Horton was banned from the tour for 7 different times.
That is true.
We will see Bobby Diaz playing again.
I hope so.
Foosballer 93. Do you want to join this commentary? It's easy to jump in here. Just need to know who you are.
Who is that?
I don't know. I can tell you how to get in here, dude. I can invite you in here.
Depending on who you are.
Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Who am I that's my impression. Difficult to figure it out?
That's a pretty bad impression, just for the record.
Not if she had one of those electronic throat things against her throat.
Excuse me? Oh,
boom, baby.
I know she's talking about. Okay.
Dude, Jason Wicks. So yeah, Jason's got some game. I'll give you some credit, Jason. That was like dead bar push side. I see it. I see what you got.
He's a good player. Jason's an expert, isn't he?
Some skill, dude. He's a pro, I think. No, he's a pro.
He's not a pro.
He is a pro. He's a pro, for sure.
Huh? No. You're playing really well.
Dude, Steve, are we totally messing with your game?
No, I'm kidding.
Are you having fun with us, or do you think we're assholes?
Both.
All right, as long as
When
you
did you turn pro? This is a lie. I'm gonna make sure you get bumped back down.
Steve, for what it's worth, there's nothing to say. For what it's worth, just do your best.
Tell them no
rollovers.
Why would we do that?
You got this, man. Steve, you got this.
Yeah, I have faith in you. Come on, Steve.
Dude, when Jason's in a 3-man weave, he's 99% going to do a wall pass, by the way. Turn on the speed of the ball, it's going to be a wall pass.
Absolutely.
3 bars a little bit trickier. That was a good shot. You just mis-executed and cut back.
It was the right choice, for sure.
We need to get people to play for a lot of money on here.
And then we just start talking mad trash.
Pummel them. Ooh, look at that. Sat on it. Didn't even move.
The execution game is real strong.
Well, these guys are on goal. This is more passive aggressive shit talking from you.
That's what I do.
Look at that.
That's everything.
Dude, that could have been a little bit of crap. Oh, there's the 5-bar bank. See, that's what I'm talking about. More people that should be a primary offensive weapon for most masters.
You know who's actually really, really good at that? Is Ellen Moon.
Oh, really?
She
5-bar bank?
Practices that. Yeah, 5-bar bank. She actually practices it, and she's actually very good at it. She does it in singles a lot. Oh, good.
What? Check that out.
That was some suckering him in right there. Fake the pull side, go push. Oh,
so if people need to work on anything, Jason needs to work on his defense. Okay. He does not need to work on his 3-bar, by the way. Oh.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, this is a little packet loss there.
Oh, I'm good. Not for me.
Dude, who's Foosball? Jason, who's Foosballer 93?
I don't know.
I didn't expect you to respond right there. I was just trying to be distracting. Thank you. Let's see here.
Ooh, hard fiddle. Quick push side.
Okay, so this is the problem with a play-by-play guy like Chase is he gets tired after one match, and then he just doesn't even say anything.
Yeah, I don't even talk. I'm just watching and just. Well, you gave me crap about my commentary. Now I'm all self-conscious. I don't want to do it.
Can you imagine if Jim got tired after one match and then he just turned into this little lethargic, he passed the ball.
Well, here's the thing. It's difficult because it's not super serious, right? So,
this is super serious. This is super serious.
It's the opposite of super serious.
There are at least a dozen people watching right now.
That's not
viral.
Okay. It doesn't matter how many people are watching it. That's not what I mean. I meant the conversation and stuff isn't very serious. That was a sweet push.
Dude, you got 8 people watching this on your YouTube, which is for you pretty viral. So I would just
wow, really?
Treat it like gold. Treat it like gold.
How about you go back to my YouTube channel, check out how many
No,
views
I refuse. I refuse.
And stop being stupid.
Check that out. Angle up from the lane, dude. Angle up from the lane. Hello, 1989 or 1987. I don't know around when they were doing that. Lane angle ups. Ooh, what? Tom Spear. Turtle. Well done.
Turtle.
Oh, he went down and he was going to go around and treat Jason like his bitch.
See, again, you would never have said that in a serious match. So my point has been confirmed.
Oh, dude, you got to get in the booth with me at Hall of Fame Classic Saturday at midnight, and you just see how bad it gets.
It gets horrible. I've seen it live.
Okay.
I've seen it live.
Oh, yeah. You've listened to it.
I was there. Before. Yeah, I texted you when you were passed out and blacked out. So
that's hilarious, dude.
So the pot calling the kettle black is real.
Dude. What? I just heard a loud noise.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Open-handed little pull kick.
Ah.
Goes down the middle.
He still went down. He went down with his pull kick.
Middle.
Dude, everything down is open on Jason Wicks. Oh.
Nice.
Where?
You have to say it in a serious match, rule number 1. You never say that in the booth with this guy. You're not wrong, Clay. You're not wrong. I've heard him say some pretty horrible stuff.
Dude, where's Clay?
So this is working better than I thought, actually, Jason, just for the record.
Oh, really? You were wrong about something? I refuse to believe you admit you're wrong about something.
I didn't admit I was wrong. I said it's better than I expected. That's not the same thing.
Not the same thing, no.
But it running... I didn't know you could do video on Discord like this. So the video quality going into Discord, better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a 1080-30. I could do 1080-60, but Mark can't keep up.
I was going to say, that sound... I can keep
What would
up.
happen? Do I need a fire extinguisher for my computer? What happens?
Yeah, you would need a fire extinguisher.
Go for it. Dude, let's see what happens.
So in the next few weeks, I'm ordering my next build. I'm going Ryzen 7, the whole shebang.
Well, I'm going to go Ryzen 8.
No, because that's not a thing. You can go 9. You can go Ryzen 9.
Yeah. I'm going to go Ryzen 9 because money is no object.
You're an idiot.
I'm going to go Ryzen 9. What else do I need? Whatever it is, add 1. Something 11.
Add 1. Something 11.
Give me
You're so dumb.
Give me a whatever plus 1. Whatever you're doing, give me a 1.
Whatever plus 1.
He needs that 39.
What's the game score right now, you guys? It's 1 match to 0. Jason, two games to 1?
2 to 1. Yeah, 2 games to 1. We are going into the 4th game.
All right, let's stop right here for a second, you guys. Steve, the fast 3-man weave is probably going to be a wall pass for Jason, and you might as well close your eyes on his 3-bar. He's shooting both sides dead bar, and just keep going down, just for the hell of it. Just keep going down on your pull shot, your pull side.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. He's going to fall apart right here.
But that's fine.
Whatever, dude.
Don't be mad.
See what happens.
Did we get spousal approval for this match? I don't even know what that
No,
means.
if my wife knew what I was doing right now, she'd just lose any respect she has left, which I don't think there's any anyway. She'd be like, she'd get dressed up and go to a bar and find a new man.
Going long, Granny. I love it.
Okay, Steve, if you hit that, if you hit that a little bit slower, people might get really confused and they'll get by that 3-bar.
What a bullshit table.
That's a great table roll in Steven's favor. He does lose it all the way back to his own 2-rod.
It wasn't my fault that he lost that ball, by the way.
Okay. Sets up for a push shot. Does go for a bank. Comes back to the 3-rod of Jason. Goes for a quick pull kick.
Steve, may I recommend anything but a push shot for the rest of this match? May I recommend?
Do not shoot a push shot.
Dude, don't be cruel.
That's not cruel.
Okay.
It's just honest.
Oh.
Oh, and then he proves us both wrong by hitting the near wall bank.
Dude, you could shoot that. You could shoot that.
Technically, that would not be a push shot, so that is accurate.
Dude, just... You guys want to know a master tip right away? I'll tell you a serious master tip. After he makes me eat it for telling him not to shoot a push shot. Well, he shot a bank.
He did shoot a bank. It was well shot bank, too. And he goes back to the bank yet again.
Oh.
Slightly off key there.
So, like, something that people don't know they do is they give away their 5-bar defense with their posture and their change in posture. And what a lot of masters do is they'll get a fixed posture and they'll just move with subtlety, and the offensive person doesn't get a read intuitively off the movement. So, like, it's more difficult to read the defense. The defense is harder to read because it's not being given away by posture changes.
It's funny you say that. I have figured that out as well with some reasoning. And I actually will mess with my own posture on purpose at times to try and get people to quick shoot or do something based upon like my positioning or body posture. Absolutely.
Dude, check it out. I think Steven's gonna steal this one.
Steve up 2-1, man. Has it on his, Oh, he's looking to pass. All right, got it on his goalie rod. Does carom it all the way up to his 3-rod, but tries to quick shoot. Jason Wicks tries to shoot a snake shot from his 5-bar. Goes all the way back to Steven's 2.
Do you think it's kind of fishy? I think it's kind of fishy when you answer the door when you go to the door, Steve, and Jason answers in his boxers and a robe, and he says, "Come in and play foosball."
Absolutely.
I think it's an adorable thing. I think it's a cute thing to do.
Then he takes his robe off, and it's like, "Hello, we're here to play foosball."
Come on in.
The water's fine.
Come on in. The water's nice and warm.
Check out my new swimsuit.
He was there. Steve, that was there, dude. That was there. You just needed to, there's another wall pass. Surprising. Open-handed push kick. Okay, make this one count, Steven.
Yep, this is a big point. Beautiful wall pass. Brush.
Boom. How's it
Sets
going?
up in the front pin. Snake shot. Tries to go middle. It did look like it was there. It looked like it sprayed off just a touch.
Sprayed down. Oh.
Nice catch by Steven. Goes into the quick shot. Does make it 3-1.
Oh, my God. Steven. You win this match? You win this match, Steven? Nothing. But just saying, if you win it. If you win it.
Ooh.
What
now up
happened
4-1. Tried to shoot it. It was a try to shoot a short slider. He did get a piece of it with his own 3-rod, and it goes into the goal. Jason with a quick pass. Tries to go pull side, hits the wall. And the ball goes dead. All right, Steven with the ball in his 2-rod. Sets up a pull shot. Probably going to bring it down for the push yet again. Looking to pass. And then shoots from that same position. It is now 2-2 in the match.
I need there you go. Okay, 2-2. Fifth game. We're going to call this fifth game redemption. Because if you could win this game, Steven, then you just won a game, basically. You could win one game.
A match. Wins a match. He gets the match.
Yeah, win a match. You know, we're gonna give this match a title somehow, some kind of title. Like what county are you guys in? We'll call it the that was that was brutal.
That was brutal. And you're saying my comments are bad. That's just brutal.
So, a little angle down, brush, not enough pace on it.
Nope. Ball does come back to Steven Duncan in the goal. Looking to pass again. Good steal by Jason, racing down to the wall.
That wall pass has not been, that brush down hasn't been kind to Steve from the 3-bar.
It is not. You are correct.
You know what's happening? He's starting to get some blocks here on Jason's 3-bar.
He is. That's a big change in the game. Absolutely. Jason does go along the wall, sets it up in a front snake shot, and goes back on a tap push side, really deep. Great shot by Jason there on a big point. First goal of the game. Hard through the lane goes Steven Duncan, looking to set it up for a snake shot. Ooh, tries to go down the middle, gets a slight block on it. Jason does. Comes all the way back to Steven Duncan's goalie rods. Steven in passing. Tries to go down to that wall again, gets beat to the spot by Jason. Looks to pass again. Banks it off that wall, almost gets it on the 3-rod. Goes into Jason's goalie area.
Oh, slingshot attempt?
Little slingshot attempt there. Jason trying to show off just a touch. Does come all the way back to Steven Duncan in the goalie area. Steven sets up a pull shot. Tries to go short. Hits the back wall. Picks it up. Ball's going everywhere.
Ball's going everywhere.
Ball's going everywhere, everyone. Jason Wicks picks it up on the 3-rod. Tries to go push side. Blocked by Steven. Picked up on Jason Wick's 5-bar. Jason ends up with it on the 3-rod. Goes into a tic-tac weave and does set up the snake shot. Attempts to go push side. Does get blocked by Steve. Steve will take possession in the goalie area.
Steve, do that one. Do that one that goes across the table.
The one, you know.
Ooh.
Shoots a push shot.
Hey, dude, they went off a man. They hit the post. Hit man or post, yeah?
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, Jim. Don't worry. I can see.
He shoots along. That was a split, Jim. It was clearly a split. Watch it on replay. Shoot along.
Ooh, tries to go hard through the lane.
Ooh,
Picked up by Jason in the goalie area.
That's the thing about packet loss. I couldn't tell if that was soft or a hard brush or a hard stick or a soft lane. It's like delay.
Jason goes into the tic-tac. Tries to go lane a couple times. Gets a nice brush down. Sets up his snake shot. Goes for a quick push side. Does come back to his own 3-rod. Sets up another snake shot. Takes a little bit more time and goes down the middle. Goes up 2-0.
Steve's getting his conversion opportunities, just not capitalizing.
Absolutely.
Oh, just taking advantage.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jason moving the ball around very quickly allowed for him to get a pickup point there, going up 3-0 here in the 5th game. Steven tries to go with the push kick pass. Picked back up. Does get a quick little brush down. Sets up in a statement position.
See if there's a little momentum change anywhere here.
Oh, right off the post on the side. Does get it back, though, on the 3-rod. Sets up for another snake shot. Attempts to go push side. Does cut back all the way to the pull side. It was there. Just executed. Jason attempts a 5-bar shot. Does get lucky. Gets it back to his goalie area. Sets up for a pull shot. And hits that short backdoor slider to make it 3-1. Jason goes quickly through the lane.
Runner.
And, little runner pass into a pull kick.
And it was deep. That was a deep
pull kick. Caught him on the move there. Steve with a nice little slow lane pass. Beautiful pass there. Oh, good push side by Steven here.
Believe it or not, now you can get like 9 more pull sides on him. It just opened up the whole world.
Hard through the lane goes Steven. Tries to go for a far wall slingshot. Does hit the post. Steven picks up the ball in the goalie area. Steven looking to shoot. Does try to go back to that backdoor slider. Oh. Jason tries to make a quick shot. Does switch up to do some 2-5 passing.
If you're aiming at any of those short first, second pull shot holds and someone's jumpy, it's very risky for the defender because they just jump right out of the way and off speed, any speed to that dead bar first hole scores,
Absolutely. Yeah, with the speed Jason does seem to have, it does probably open him up to a couple of those off-pace shots.
Yeah.
Of course, we said that, so now Jason will probably slow down. Looks like he's calmed down just a touch. And he does try to spray that across the zone. Changing it up a little bit.
That's a problem. So when I'm doing color at like Hall of Fame, and I'm so loud because they can hear me through the glass.
Oh yeah,
they can just drive them crazy. They're like, I think they want to fight me. I'll just fight you right, Torres. You don't know what you're talking about, Torres. I would fight you.
Well, the good news is you do know what you're talking about to some degree.
Sometimes. Depends on the time. Super duper fast tic tac to the 3-man, 3rd man, middle man lane pass.
Ooh, then
to the split.
Down
well
the
played. Well played, you guys. Well played.
Jason wins game 5.
Steve, you were in that game for the first, many possessions early on. It was 0-0, then 1-0 for a while.
I was in the game when it was 0-0.
Yeah, no. There was a lot of exchanges early on where you had conversion opportunities, and then it was tighter early on, and then Jason got a little bit of a lead, and then hits his little wonky pull kick, and then what? It's like, get me out of here, mama.
No, Torres is super right on this. Like, you actually were kind of in the match the whole time, even though the score doesn't reflect that. You had the opportunities, you had the chances, to convert and to, a little bit better execution on your 3-rod, and that match you could easily have won that game.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you.
Hey, Foosball, posture, defensive posture, not offensive posture.
Yeah.
Foosball said posture means nothing on 5-bar. It means nothing on 5-bar offense unless you have a tell that gives away, like if you stand up when you're going to do a wall pass. But defensively, your posture can give away everything.
I think posture on 3-rod is actually more telling than posture on 5-bar defense.
So telling if you're defending with your 3-bar against the 2-bar?
No, offensively. Like, somebody's posture when they're shooting offensively is a lot of times more telling than, like, anything else, any other posture on the table. I see people that lean forward when they're going to shoot push side, lean back, or don't move when they're going to go pull side. I see that kind of stuff all the time. Or, like, if they're looking to, hit a like a deep pull shot or something, they'll be in, like, the perfect stance. Opposed to...
yeah, there's a lot of little tells. There's a bunch of little tells. Like when people some people re-grip the rod when they're going to shoot and don't re-grip the rod when they're going to... Some people have a tell where they step back. Well, like the easy one, the most common one, they set up the ball, then they get in their stance, and then they shoot.
Yep.
It's like you're not a threat to shoot the entire time until you get in your stance. Foosball is saying, I don't see how, and it's... depending on how tense you are. So there are tells, there are reads that are not even you can't even articulate them. You don't know how you know. You just know. And some of it is when someone's posture changes. Like I'm talking about defensive tell. Like when someone's going to move off the wall or off the lane. You're not sure how you know. It's because their posture changes.
Yep.
Their posture changes when they're going to block the lane or the wall, and it's like just intuitive to how they're moving around.
Absolutely.
So,
I only have a little bit longer. I can do this before I have to.
Yeah, me too. I got to split pretty soon too. My wife is actually wondering, but this is great, Jason. I hope you are not. I hope neither of you are actually offended by anything I say. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't take responsibility for it, so I don't hold myself.
I'm having a blast, to be honest.
Steve, are you having a blast?
Oh yeah, that's awesome, and it has a little extra element of nerves, which I need a lot of work on. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
It's a little character building, Jason. I'm talking smack about. I think I would wear those in a heartbeat, dude. I'm not even talking. I would wear those. Like
I'll be perfectly honest. I am not cool enough to wear those.
When I played lacrosse.
Dude, I would wear those to a swinger party in a heartbeat. I'd be like, yeah, check me out. Who chooses me? Who picks me? Who picks me? That's what I would do. I walk around waving my hand.
It's a pants party.
Dude, sick.
I am legitimately not cool enough to wear those. I wish I was. I'm not that guy. I wear jeans and a t-shirt every day. That is my life uniform. All right, going into match 3 here. Steven starting off with the ball.
Dude, I
think he's switching to a pull shot now. This is kind of cool. I'd like to see what happens here.
I wonder how. I'm going to see how this is playing in.
So it's funny that you mentioned that before, Mark. Steve does exactly what you were talking about. He gets the ball in position, then adjusts his stance.
Yeah, and then so the problem with it, if you're used to it and it works for you, but a top-rated player can show you all kinds of things or show you nothing because they know you're not going to do anything until you're in your stance.
100%. Oh, nice save by Steven in the goalie area. Picks it up on his 2-rod. Does do a quick little brush through, but stolen back by Jason. Jason goes back into his tic-tac, does attempt a deep push side, or push kick. However, does get blocked by Steven. Steven has possession in the goal. Looking to shoot, sets up his push shot. Fakes the bank there, does come back to shoot a pull shot. Shoots the far wall bank. Ball ends up in Jason's goalie area. Jason sets up a pull shot. Also looks to bank far wall. And the ball does end up on Jason's 5-bar.
Oh my goodness.
Jason goes hard
Jason,
tic-tac.
Jason had a seizure.
There was a moment there. Steven loses the ball over to Jason's 3.
Dude,
Then
you guys are a
Jason
mess
loses
right now.
the ball over to
Hey,
Steven's goal.
You guys call timeouts for each other right now. Call a medical timeout. Dude, what's happening? What the hell? The wheels are falling off the wagon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steven with a pull shot does end up and gets it on his 3-rod. Then goes into a push kick.
Oh, no, sorry.
Was that a push kick? What the hell? I got packet lost. They look at an angle. I don't know what that was, too. That looked
Foosball
like
93, I would disagree with that wholeheartedly. You probably just don't recognize it. Jason Wicks goes hard through the lane, picking it up on his 3-rod. Sets up in his snake shot position.
I don't think my posture changes, and I'm only looking at the ball or their guy. No one I play against has tells either. No one I play against has tells.
That's the biggest lie I've ever heard
Dude,
in my life.
that's not real at all, dude. Everybody has a tell somewhere in their game. Everybody has a tell.
Steve on his 3-rod.
You're
sets up
playing in
pull
a
shot.
cave, bro. You're
Goes
playing in
long,
a
does
cave.
get blocked by Jason Wicks.
Jason, who's Foosballer 93?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
Playing in a
Doesn't
cave. No one. He said whoever he plays against doesn't have tells.
Yeah, that's the biggest lie I've ever heard
Right.
in my life.
Dude,
Everyone
30
has
seconds.
tells. Everyone.
Yeah, you just can't
The
have them.
greatest
'Cause
players in the world have tells.
Yeah. Like James Castillo is convinced he has reads on Lafredo's.
Lafredo's pull.
Here's the thing about tells. Here's the thing about tells. Like James Castillo, he'll race Todd Lafredo's pull shot because he thinks he has a read. But here's the thing: even if he doesn't actually have a read, he believes he has
it.
one.
Yeah, which gives him one.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
actually
it
gives him one.
Even if it's fake. You want to know? You want to know who's the king of fake reads and tells? Lewis Cartwright is the king of fake. Like, dude, that guy just makes up his own. Like, he'll tell you, and he's absolutely serious. He'll say, "This is my read. This is how I know the guy's going to go push side on his front toe." And I'm like, dude, no only person in the world who sees it is you, but you believe it and you block it so well. I was like, go live in your little reality, bro. Like, whatever you want to believe.
There's some truth to that, though. And I do believe that there's something to be said about, and maybe it's just how they feel on the table. You can feel somebody's, like, pressure on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I do think there's something to that, and I think that can be a read. I truly believe that. Because there's a lot of people that pace and that kind of stuff is the read. Their speed, the way they do stuff, the timing. Those are all reads. Those are all tells.
I had bad tells when I was an amateur. Like if I tripled my tic tac, I was probably gonna do an off the wall pass. I had to do that to create the speed to go off the wall.
Right.
And I created a counter. I picked up the speed and went off the wall down. But there was still but you could still block both my passes by being a hair off the wall.
Right, just
my
a touch.
Off the wall up, yes. So my off the wall up and off the wall down were both blockable by being a hair off the wall, and you knew if I changed my speed, I was going to probably do one of those passes. So now you had a when and where with like 90% accuracy. So I'm an amateur, and I'm like, how are you guys blocking me? Because you're an idiot, Torres.
Because you don't know what you're doing, Torres.
I can block both these passes. If you watch Federico's 5-bar defense, watch Federico's 5-bar. It's masterful. And he races people. He races people, and they can't. I mean, because he's so statuesque. When he plays 5-bar, he sits perfectly still, and he moves his men with confidence and absolute certainty to the lane or the wall or a secondary lane position that blocks the high lane and the middleman lane pass. He moves with fluidity and certainty, and he doesn't give anything away with his posture. It's just up.
It is beautiful.
Like 3 positions. Yeah, it's sick.
It is beautiful.
It's absolutely sick. And there's no reads on his posture where he's going to move his 5-bar to. So he takes away all the tension. It's just like really when he's playing that type of defense because he has confidence. It's really, really brilliant to watch his 5-bar defense.
I was honored. I got to help him him and Todd get ready for Worlds in 05. Secret practices, you know how that stuff goes. And I was able to go up to Todd's house when Fred was in town, help them get ready, and the beating that I took and helping them get ready was the most humbling experience of my life in foosball. I mean, I was shooting a rollover fairly well at the time, and the way Fred raced my push side, made me feel stupid. Like, he was there before I decided to go push side. Yeah. Like, I'm setting up, I'm like, okay, there it is, now go. And I'm about to go, and he just goes, push side. And he's like, I see it. And I attempt, and I choke it away because, he moves at the most beautiful, perfect timing, knowing I'm going there. And there's no coincidence in that. He knows what he's doing.
Well, I believe Federico has eidetic memory. I believe that he has photographic memory specifically. I wouldn't know this beyond foosball, but I'm sure it applies other places. So I think he has eidetic memory. But I've asked these guys just in passing, casual, because I could be really, really a fanboy of the game. And you ask someone like Billy Pappas or Rob Atha who the fastest hands are in foosball, and they will tell you to a man unsolicited, not in the same room, it's by a mile. It's Fred.
It's Fred. Yeah, it's not even close. Mile.
Yeah, it's not even close.
It's not even close.
It's so fast. But if you also ask people who has the fastest lateral speed, if you want a perfect combination of lateral speed and power with wrist shots, it's Billy. No one's ever had the lateral speed and the power and the perfection by which he hits wrist shots, Billy, by a mile. Lateral speed, Billy's got everybody by a mile. But hand speed, it's rod to rod, it's racing. Fred. Dude, it's Fred,
it's not even close, to be honest.
It's Fred,
and have you ever given him a handshake, Fred? Have you ever shook his hand? The man has baby hands.
Yeah.
His hands are like little children's hands. It's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's probably careful with his hands, like a surgeon. My God, he's a maestro. He hurt his hands, shaking hands with some ape from Ohio named Chase Pennell.
Dude, it wasn't even like that. Even looking at his hands on the table, he's got little baby hands, bro. It's incredible.
Dude, is he a Tyrannosaurus Rex? He's got little short arms.
I didn't say he's got short arms. He's got little baby hands, though. Those hands are my 7-year-old son has bigger hands than that man does.
Okay, you need to put down your second beer, dude. You need to put down your second beer.
First of all, it actually was only my second beer, and it's not even finished yet. Okay? That was 30 minutes ago. That doesn't even count as drinking. I've seen you drink, boy.
I don't need to. I'm not proud.
You and I are not the same thing.
I'm not proud of my tolerance. I'm not proud of it. I got the tolerance of a flipping rhino, you guys.
Foosballer,
it's a
Foosballer 93. If you're looking for, there's a match on my YouTube channel where he hits a pull shot. It's me versus Billy. He hits a pull shot from this 2-rod that I think breaks the sound barrier.
Here's a better one. Foosball. Look up YouTube right now. Billy Pappas super deep pull shot, and he shoots from the goal, the 2-bar, from the wall that goes around the dead bar. Around the dead bar, 2-bar shot. That's faster than any 3-bar pull shot. He could get the ball from the 2-bar to the goal faster than I can get it from the 3-bar to the goal.
That's not saying much, though.
Well, no, it is saying much because I'm not slow, and I'm fast actually. I'm not bad, but Billy is something different, man. He's just something different. Yeah, he's the Tiger Woods. He's the Tiger Woods equivalent of what happens when you are shooting from childhood, basically. Yep. That's what. And it's at this point, it's muscle memory, where there's no space between decision and action. There's no space. It happens in nano time. It's unreal.
It's pretty impressive.
I'll find that shot for you and link it in chat.
You can't. It won't let you put a link in chat, by the way.
It won't let me put a YouTube link in the chat.
No.
What?
No.
You can put a link in my chat.
That's garbage.
Oh, you can? It's not blocked on yours?
Yeah, I turned mine on. Yeah,
okay.
That's off on mine.
Cool. I'll find it for you.
When people create clips, they can post it.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I mean, his hand speed is beautiful. I mean, when Even the push kicks Billy hits on me in that match are like mind-numbing. Like my brain breaks.
Dude, I've seen it. I've played with him. I've seen it up close.
Oh, I know. I've played him a bunch of times. I mean, not all on tour, but like just pick up and doing stuff with him. Like the dude's insane. Like it's not even. He's not normal. Like when you play foosball with him. Like, there's some people out there that you go, oh, that person's really fast, but Billy's a different type of fast.
Well, like people want to get into discussions about who's faster and hits the ball harder, and Billy does both compared to Ryan, and Billy does both. Billy does both, and it's Billy has a shorter backswing than anybody. The backswing is like almost no backswing, and when you take out that backswing, you eliminate the microseconds distinction in lateral speed, and then he has all the power too. So it's Billy by a mile.
I also think Ryan has too much arm motion. He has that big arm motion for Ryan. Now, don't get me wrong. Ryan hits the ball like a Mack truck, hits great holes. He's a monster from the two rods, so don't misconstrue that. But the way Billy hits the ball is much cleaner, and I just don't think that's even in discussion. Billy hits the ball harder than just about anybody.
Yeah.
The only person I know that I think hits the ball even in the ballpark of him was Philbrook back in the day.
With his rollover?
No, just maybe Philbrook's like 5-bar shot. That's about it. But Philbrook hit the ball hard, dude.
It's like there's a place where stuff becomes like Tony hits some of those sometimes. They're unconscious. They're literally so much muscle memory. When you start eliminating that thought process, like any part of execution, it's just like an immediacy, and then you hit it perfectly, cleanly with the low backswing and the low range of motion. Todd's pull shot in the 90s, so I would take Todd's 90s pull shot over Billy's pull shot from the 3-bar because Todd's pull shot was way smarter, but that's because he shot it as a primary shot. But if we're talking about lateral speed and power, it's Billy. If it's just lateral speed and power, it's Billy. If it's lateral speed, power, accuracy, clutch shooting under pressure, it's Todd. Right?
I would agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't even think that's in discussion, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
People love to argue that kind of stuff, though, but I don't see a true discussion there. Like that's 100% accurate. There's no. There's just
it's fun. It's fun to debate. Like, so there were some great pull shots in Colorado. These dudes that are all like Ryan's height, like between 6'3" and 6'6", like Rick Lucas, what's his name? Stork. There's a guy named Stork. Trace Ehrig. These guys, these guys are like monster pull shots, like dead bar every time, speed, power, everything. And I mean, Billy's still.
It's not. Billy. Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
The biggest debate that I like to always hear about is like people are like, well, the guys in the 70s and 76, 77, they were better foosball players than the players today. That's not. I don't think that's even remotely arguable. I don't even think you can argue the fact. Because the guys playing in the 70s were only playing foosball for a few years. Right?
Yeah. Well, here's the difference. You're right. Here's where I'll agree and disagree with you. Where I'll agree with you is this. For the skill level now, between Ryan, Billy, Tony, Tommy, the skill level now is as high as it's ever been. Like these guys skill is unreal. And if you go to the 70s, they didn't even have 5-bar series.
Right.
Like they had a wall pass and an angle up and a lane pass. It was like very elementary. They were building the skill set. The big difference was the amount of focus, commitment, energy, and dedication. Like when you're playing foosball 12 hours a day, 6 days a week as a job, you get to approach it as a craft differently than someone who has to go to work. You got to get home for Monday or Tuesday and get your head out of your ass. You can get to work at 8 o'clock. It's not the same. So I would say that the level of commitment and focus was much better. And then here's the other variable people don't account for. When you have a lot more players, you just have more variables.
Sure.
Like now, I got to beat 3 dudes. Like I gotta win my second round versus a master team, and then I gotta get to fifth, and I gotta beat 3 guys like Ryan or Tony or like Blake, and then but you had a dozen of those guys. Even in the 90s, you had a dozen guys who could win open singles. A dozen guys could win open singles. Some of those guys got upset. Some of those guys got to the end. But you don't have a dozen guys that can win open singles now. You just don't. You have like 3, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, open singles, it's like 2. But, I mean, really, if you think about it, it's 2 guys that can win open singles. But doubles, yeah, I would agree with that 100%. I think doubles has more factors. But I mean, the argument I always hold is the guys that were playing in the 70s only played for a couple years. I mean, we're talking tops like 3 or 4 years, okay? Tony's been playing since he was a child. Same with Billy.
Yeah.
Those guys have been playing since they were children. There's no way that the guys that have been playing for 4 years, I don't care, 4 or 5 years, I don't give them 10 years, I don't even care, which isn't an accurate statement, but say anyway. From people that have done it their entire lives. There's just no way that anybody can say that they were better in the 70s with shorter time of playing.
I don't think they were better. I don't think they were better. And then we were talking about second generation. That's another thing too. That's new, right?
Yeah.
Like the children of foosers.
Yeah.
Like kids that been around the game since forever. I didn't start playing foosball until I was like 16.
Right.
Billy was like.
I was 16 too.
Billy was in the finals of 3,500 limited as a forward when he was 9.
9 years old.
Yeah, I was there. I was at that tournament. He played with Brian King.
Yeah.
He was crying. Yeah, so like, dude, it's a different universe. If anyone's telling you that the Foosers would have been better, that's not true. But there were more of them, and they had a higher level of you know what they also had? A higher level of attention to detail and a higher level of commitment than your average Fooser. So I think Tony is still an apex predator, and Billy, right? These guys are apex predators. But
absolutely,
if you had like 20 guys that are all taking notes and watching each other and like scaling each other's games and breaking it down. We don't have that, man. They might have it in Germany, dude. We don't have that. Who you think? Even Tony, if Tony had a notebook, he wiped his ass with it. He set it on fire. He doesn't need it anymore. He doesn't have anyone. Who does he have to worry about?
I would say this: if you took Tony now and Billy now, okay, and put them in the 70s, I don't think it would be even close. I think Billy and Tony would win everything, without question. I don't think it would be close.
Wait. Say that part. Say it one more time.
If you took Billy and Tony right now, okay?
Yeah.
And made them a team, okay? Just for argument's sake. And you put them into 1976. I don't think there is anyone from I think they would just destroy the field. I don't think it'd be even close. I think they would decimate the field in a fashion that way worse than, Furry and Wiswell did. I think it would just be, they wouldn't even question it.
If you took them right now and put them in the past, I think they would win. I think they'd win. Would it be easy? Would it be easy? I don't know if it would be easy. And let me tell you why. Styles make matchups. And
sure.
some slow, methodical, cerebral guy who took 10 seconds on his 5-bar and 15 seconds on his 3-bar could lull these guys that's the kind of game that messes with the high pace. I see Tony and Billy steamrolling Wiswell and Furry, and probably steamrolling Allwell and Rivera or whoever he played with. I don't know, Smiley. They steamroll them, but then you get to like Tom Spear and Dan Kaiser, and Tom Spear is like putting you to sleep, like literally putting you to bed, like 10 seconds every rod, and then that's the kind of game that like can wear. So stylistically,
but there's people that do that stuff now.
There is nobody. There's no one who Steve Morey, who still gets through on everybody with his 5-bar but can't score because he's 70 years old.
That's Chad Hansen also, just for the record.
Yeah, Chad Hansen. Chad Hansen gets the ball every time, can't score, right?
But that's the same thing though. Like, I just don't see it. I don't even see the lulling them to sleep with the seriousness of how those two are. Maybe Billy. Billy can get lulled. I don't believe that Tony can. I don't. I don't buy it. Just saying.
Why? Oh, this is not. This is I'm trying to do my thing on.
You are ridiculous.
I'm trying to do my exclamation point Torres. It's not even the Inside Foods channel.
Adorable.
It's Jason.
You're adorable. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm crazy, but it is what it is.
Dude, so okay, another thing. I will fight this crusade till the very end. A bigger thing back in the earlier days of foosball, and it should be like you compensated with your lack of skill with head games.
Sure.
You played head games.
Sure.
Like that, like if people were able to engage more openly and talk a little smack and be a little psychologically ugly, that's an equalizer. And that would
Okay.
It was different. It was different,
Okay.
right? You got more resetting, more jarring. Now you can't fast tic-tac the ball. And so now what? Now you're like the ball's like jumping around, all that high level precision play, muscle memory precision play on the 5-bar is also impacted. So dude, I'm not a romantic. I think Tony and Billy still win the tournament. I don't think it's a walk in the park.
I do believe it's a walk in the park. Okay, let's take Tommy Atkinson for an example, right?
That wasn't illegal, Jason.
Yeah, it's super illegal. So Tommy Atkinson, for example, would thrive in that environment. Thrive.
Yeah. So was Steve Murray. Steve Murray did.
Right.
Steve Murray would. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, Atkinson wasn't really a player until the 90s. Okay, and I think if you took a 1993 or 1994 Tommy Atkinson and threw him back into the 70s, he would also decimate all those guys.
He would do well. So let's take Tommy without a roll. Are we talking about rollover? Yeah, we got to bring a rollover too, right?
So I don't think it would matter. I truly don't believe it would matter.
Do you gotta keep methamphetamines in the game?
Okay, that's a solid argument. Solid argument.
Dude, no, back then, dude, I can tell you, back then those 70s foozers were so coked up. They were so loaded on coke.
I would say I allow it. I would allow it. I would let Tommy be Tommy, or whoever it is do whatever they want to do from back in the day. Right?
It's the effort.
For argument's sake.
Yeah.
So you got the coked up 70s versus the cranked up 90s.
90s. Yeah.
Dude, that's a battle. That's a battle.
I don't agree.
Like,
I think Tommy wins that 9 times out of 10. Easily.
Let's see. Did Tommy win that 9 out of... I don't know. These are difficult. These are good conversations. Don't get me wrong. It's a very interesting
just because... And here's why, right? Okay, Tommy could shoot a pull and shoot a rollover. His rollover was probably, arguably his better option at times. But if you look at like how good he was in a crowd, and when he gets all hyped up, I just don't see any of the guys from that time period beating him with the experience that he had. Now, when you throw in like a Billy and Tony, who are truly second-generation foozers, and given they're more timid than a Tommy, okay?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Right? That's
timid.
That's an issue. But I don't. But with that said, I've seen Tony get fired up, and when Tony gets fired up, he's damn near unbeatable.
When Tony or Billy get fired up? When
Tony's fired up.
Oh, when Tony's fired up, he could be a freight train. Dude, Tony could be a freight train after waking up from a 90-minute nap. He could wake up and be a freight train. So that's like...
And I've seen him do it with a push shot and a pull kick.
But there's being fired up, and then there's someone getting in between, getting in your dome. Like playing head games. Certain types of head games, okay, Tommy York could probably go shot for shot, point for point because of confidence and comfort level. Not everyone could do that. Some people playing some head games, and that's probably... Bobby Diaz made a living out of it, right?
Right.
So Bobby Diaz made a living out of it. It would be interesting. It'd just be interesting to see what happens. It's just like subtle rule changes happen with our rules right now, and all of a sudden things get a lot more competitive. If I change the distraction rule, and I changed the rule about drawing a player's attention away from the game, and just made it so that you could talk to players between balls and say whatever you wanted as long as it wasn't ethically ethically and ethnically both managed by some rule, but you could engage. Like if I could just look someone in the eyes and say, "Try that lane pass again on me. I'm going to smack it in your face," or something like that. That changes.
I agree with that. I think it would mess more with Billy than it would Tony, just from knowing Tony's kind of like upbringing with foosball. And I honestly, I firmly believe that those rules should be changed to some degree. I think foosball should not be golf. I think it should be.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude. In Germany, it's an epidemic. Like there are discussions right now about changing the rules because of German foosball. I guess it's so bad in Germany that they don't ever clap. It's like golf claps, and you can hear one or two people clapping. Not only that, if you touch the wall and someone misexecutes, this is from a high-level German authority told me that if you touch the wall when someone passes and they miss the pass, they will demand the ball back out of either distraction and/or reset.
Okay, see, that's insanity.
That's
truly insanity to me, and I don't think that should be a thing.
And Germany is the fastest growing region. Dude, they have 4,000 local tournaments and 200 national. 200 national tournaments and 4,000 local tournaments in 1 year.
That's insane to me.
It's bananas, dude. The four majors a weekend.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
And it's like the size of Ohio.
Yeah, dude. They have monster leagues, monster stuff going on over there, and the rules are just so jacked that it's not entertaining to watch. And that's the problem with foosball. One of the problems with foosball is unless you're a foosball player, it's completely
it's the most boring thing to watch.
It's boring for foosball players.
It
requires like me and you and Jim basically talking in order to make it entertaining. So for the casual observer, what are they going to watch? They're going to watch the side of a table and four people quietly swinging rods around, and the crowd won't react. It's like the rules are killing the game too.
Okay, hear me out for just a second.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Here's how I truly believe foosball should be played. Okay, and this is my opinion, and I feel like it's purely my opinion, right? But hear me out. The ball should not be able to be stopped at all.
Dude, now you're in Italy right now. You're like some other. You're like in Spain right now.
I don't care about that off the wall crap. But I don't think it should be stopped. I think it should be kind of played similar to like rollerball status. Because one, that's what people want to see. It's more fun. It's entertaining. I think that I don't care about slingshots and all that other stuff. And unfortunately, I think a rollover is the most boring thing in the world, although I love to shoot one. I think if you want foosball to be entertaining for the world and for people to watch it, it has to be played essentially like two-ball rollerball, but, singles, doubles should be one-ball rollerball style. None of this, slow-paced, every rod, it should be like 5 seconds.
Those rules exist in other countries. I think there's a middle ground somewhere because the argument could be made that if people think a rollover is boring, do you think a pull shot's going to be any more entertaining?
Well, it can't be stopped. If the ball can't be stopped, it changes the way that they stop.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I can go. Let me see. So there's a middle ground somewhere, and where the middle ground pays some respect to tradition or conventional style of play, there's a threshold there. So I've heard the arguments about rule changes that 3 out of 5 is way too long for the casual observer to stay interested in foosball. That was a pretty good shot, Jason. That was well done.
Well, the argument is that then tennis takes too long too, right?
Well, tennis. Okay, let's rewind. Like everything has an advantage over foosball. Arm wrestling, chess, checkers, Rochambeau, what's cornhole? You could see what they're doing. Yep. You could follow it. You could understand it. Foosball, especially without ball tracing, And
Right.
God bless her. My wife doesn't know anything about foosball. She watched the Foosballers documentary, and she was interested in it because of the narrative and the ball tracing. Also, the World Cup was more, but there were points in the World Cup where the ball wasn't traced, I guess. And she's like, "What's happening?"
Yep.
And it makes sense. Like for the average person, everything is infinitely more interesting than foosball. Everything that's competitive is more interesting, including chess, because you can see them move the pieces. So if it's not going to be ball, if you ball live ball tracing would just be the start. But the other
I agree with live ball tracing.
Yes, it cannot be this boring. It cannot be church. It cannot be a church-like atmosphere. It just cannot. And foosball players have to be able to engage each other. They have to be able to. Now it's got to be within reason.
Yep.
I'm debating still. Like I love the idea of people being able to like if you're going to do it while the ball's in play, the ball can't be in play. But if the ball is stopped and you have possession, why can't you say something to the opposing team and then wait a full second before you do something? It's not a distraction if you wait a full second. And then, like, I should be able to stop the ball and look up at them and say, yeah, this one's going in. I can already see what I'm going to do to you. And I should be able to look back down, wait a second, and then pass the ball. I should be able to put on my 3-bar, set up a pull shot, and look up and say, you're really going to give me that defense? And I can sit down sit on it for another second and then wait it and then shoot it. I should be able to do that. Why can't I do that? Why can't I just look at the opponent and say, I'm going to put this ball right between your legs?
I don't hate that, actually. Now, I will say I don't know that it will give a massive benefit outside of like a WWE style type of thing, and I don't think we want to go full WWE. I do think that the narrative of the players that are natural and not over the top like it was done a while back is good for the sport. So I would like to see that. But I don't think it should be like, you know,
I don't
WWE
agree. Like,
wrestling, right? And
I don't think.
craziness.
I think
These insane intros is stupid.
Well, yeah. So like that, like if it's organic too, like you don't need, and that's the fallacy too. Here's the reality. The harsh reality is if you had 1,000 people in the tournament room and open engagement was allowed, it would still be probably 10% or less that did any of it. You're not gonna.
Sure.
Most people are perfectly happy and fine in their serene style of play. But guess what? The 10% that did have excitement going on and did have activity and were interpersonal, those are going to have the big crowds.
Yep.
Like it's proven time and time again. Like Johnny Horton could be playing on table 37 versus a rookie team, and on the pits could be Tom Spear and Robbie versus another master team. Guess where everybody is? They're watching Johnny Horton play.
Johnny. Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know why? Because Johnny makes it fun.
It's going to be a show.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
So.
I also think, you know, foosball's tough, right? So is it Foos Gadgets that has the speed thing right now? I think that should be put in almost every tournament table, like on a pit. Like, I think we should know the speed of every shot. Like, if you're going to
it adds an element. It adds a dimension.
A serious dimension to it. It's like pitchers in baseball, right? And that one was 99 miles an hour coming off of, like, that kind of stuff. Like, knowing the pace that somebody's hitting the ball, are they getting faster with their shots? Are their shots hitting harder throughout the match? Are they getting slower throughout the match? Dude,
pull shot, dude. Use your wrist, baby. That's the best shot you shot all night.
Yeah,
no,
that's not
too.
Actually what's crazy because he hit one way better a couple balls ago. But yeah, his pull shot's not bad.
Unless you have carpal tunnel or like chronic wrist injuries from chronic masturbation. Keep shooting that wrist shot, baby. Did you?
You're getting silly.
I don't know. Silly. I just said, "What, dude?" He walked away. He probably has wrist and arm problems.
Clearly, but it's just so ridiculous,
dude. I don't know where that came from, dude. I just like he didn't know what to do with it. Anyway, foosball, dude. It can be fun.
I think major changes have to be made in the sport for it to become viewable for the public.
Agreed.
Because obviously
Here's
this isn't
one.
working.
Dude, check this out. A ring of fire that slowly comes in closer and closer until it's like burning your backside. And you gotta score.
You're so stupid.
You just like burn alive, dude. Burn
you know what?
alive.
I will say this. What? I do think in doubles that the players should be able to speak to each other, like the teammates.
They can within reason right now. I think and Arthur's in chat. He can speak to this, but you can within reason. The problem is that you can be like if it's excessive, you can be called for a distraction and everything for me rests on can you wait a second? Like just wait.
Right.
Don't like if you talk and then shoot, that's not fair. But if you talk and then you wait, and then you can shoot.
I think that they should be able to be like, use so. I played professional paintball for a little while. Okay, we're not going to get into it, but when you're playing and you're on the field, you're yelling out codes to your teammates so that you know what's going on other parts of the field. Okay, yeah. So and this is a really lame example, but we would use the K. So if we shot one of their players out of the game, okay, it's 5-on-5. We'd go K1, and everybody would yell out K1 that they are down a player. And if we lost a player on our side, we would yell F1 or F2, F3, whatever it was. So we would do that so that we knew what was going on in the match, in the game, right? Now, if we could call out plays, like, okay, say I'm playing goal for another forward, and they go, C7 or something to me to that nature, so I know, okay, set up
good.
Your pull shot.
Instead of the obligatory foot waggle, which I'm always worried someone can see my foot waggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a code saying, hey, set up your pull shot and look for this, right? Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I think that type of stuff should be able
Halo
to be
2.
done.
We used to play Halo 2 and used to have to guard the space, and I would say, and when someone was coming from the behind, I'd say, get ready for some backdoor action, and everybody would giggle.
But you know the point, right? But you're right, though, to a degree, right? Like, you had to
Dude,
call out.
I should be able to say, if I want to pass the ball, I should be able to say, get ready for some backdoor action.
But I love you. But you're right. I mean, you should be able to say that, 100%. Did this just
get ready for some, Steve, get ready for some backdoor action, Steve.
Gosh, you're so silly.
Dude. Okay, Jason.
Going long, Johnny.
Dude, I was there. Dude. Jason, get ready for some backdoor action, baby.
See, Arthur, but here's the question. What's within reason? What is the definition of within reason? Because
great match, you guys.
Yeah, it really was.
I jacked him. Anyway, go ahead.
If you get the ball, right, I'm a goalie. We're going to use this as an example. I'm the goalie. What is the within reason margin? Do I have to wait a second? What if they just start talking? Like, if I want to tell my forward to time out or whatever it might be, like, where is the gray area no longer gray? That's what I want to know. Like, I feel like...
I got something for Arthur, too. Let me tell Arthur this story. So, I set up a pull shot, and I was a little drunk, but so what? So I set up a pull shot, and then James Castillo was racing me, and I decided I was going to shoot the ball along on him without looking. So I looked up and stared at his face, and I was staring at his face for like 6 seconds, and he looked up, and when he looked up at me, I shot a dead bar pull shot without looking, and then I got called for a distraction. How the hell is that a distraction? I wasn't even looking at the goal. How could I distract him? He looked up at me.
Because you distracted him with your face. It's hideous. I get it.
Because of my stunning, sexy factor.
I get that. That's actually that distraction makes sense. But if it was a tournament on video, I think that's awesome.
I'm looking at him.
Yeah,
I'm looking at him.
Here, I can tell you why. Because you're looking at him in the attempt to get a response. Because you intentionally waited for him to look at you before you shot.
No, I didn't. I didn't know he was going to look at me. But why should it 100%. Matter? I wasn't looking at the goal. I was looking at his face.
You don't have to look at the goal. That doesn't. Where your eyes are looking has exactly to do with why it's a distraction. If you were looking at the table, it's not a distraction.
I looked at it for his face, and with my left hand, I put it down.
See,
like
Arthur,
I was reaching
that
down
is not an answer. So Arthur's response to what's within reason is, I'm reffing, within reason is subject to my judgment. I understand that, but that's such a gray space that there's no winning that.
Now, it should be 1 second. It should be 1 second.
If it's 1 second,
non-arbitrary. Yeah.
If it's 1 second,
like C7. Like, what if you say C7 and then I immediately like you say C7 on the rolling pull shot? I mean I don't know.
That's a distraction. With the current rules. That's a distraction. But I don't think. I think that we should be able to call plays to each other with 100% certainty and like if I'm a goalie, I should be able to say something to my forward while they're setting the ball up, as long as they take a second. Like, and then if they shoot, it's golden. Like, that's fine. I think that's okay. But I don't think every ref is on that same page as Arthur is within my judgment, within reason segment.
I think Steve got high at some point. Because whatever he's doing right now is super stoner. Let's watch what he's...
Super stoner. You're so dumb. You are so dumb.
Oh, dude. What, did he just like, boom. Yeah, wear it, Torres. You don't know me. That's what he just said. Wear it. You don't know me.
So I think that...
Shoot that one, baby. Oh, dude, what?
I heard it.
Wear it.
Three-quarter.
Dude, it was a cutback. I don't think he meant it, but you got my props. If you spin the rod, he knows you don't mean it.
It's like that.
You just look at him and say, you're going to leave me that? That's all day.
Every time.
Hey, Jason, you going to leave me that? It's all day, bitch. Just kidding. Can I say that?
I mean, you can on my channel.
Oh, dude, yeah. Sorry. Let's see.
My channel has very limited rules. Okay, here we go. Here's the problem. Torres has the ball on his 3, cracks a bad joke about backdoor action. He's the goalie. He has a similar juvenile sense of humor. Starts cracking up. He waits for a second and shoots. ? Fair.
Yeah, you shouldn't be laughing, Arthur. That's distracting me. As a matter of fact, I should get a second shot after I score on you.
Damn, that's a good question.
He cracks a backdoor action.
The way that he worded that is flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
He cracks a bad joke about backdoor action. I'm the goalie and have a similarly juvenile sense of humor and start cracking up. He waits a second and shoots. Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. Dude, yeah, telling jokes like backdoor action.
So it's like basketball? Do you remember basketball where you psych people out?
That's where you need rule amendments, because let's imagine you talking about C7. What if we had a bunch of codes that were really funny that had some innuendo?
Oh my
people
gosh.
just giggled. Like
it'd be the greatest.
Like, dude, if backdoor action was like one of the codes, like if you were gonna pass to my 3-bar and you said get ready for some backdoor
baby, some
action.
BDA coming in, BDA.
Backdoor action.
I mean, yeah, and 100%. If you and I ever play together, I'm saying BDA on one of our points. Like, it's not even a question. You're gonna lose it. I'm gonna have to call timeout, and it's gonna f everything up. But with that said, the rules need to be changed. I can't do it.
Dude, here comes Mr. Stiffy. Get ready for some backdoor action. What? Here comes Mr. Stiffy for some backdoor action. That's gross, dude. What have you done to this? This is the worst.
So, okay, Arthur.
Oh, man.
Arthur, here's a true scenario. Okay, I want to know if you would, and I want to know your opinion on if other refs would call this. So,
you cannot take off your pants.
I'm not going to take off my pants. I might take off my shirt, but not my pants. All right, say it's in a match. I'm the goalie.
It's 4-0. It's 4-0.
It's 4-0. 4-1. Almost shut out.
You screwed that up.
Okay.
You screwed that up.
I'm the goalie. Say Mark Torres is the forward. I just got the ball. I blocked him. Mark goes, C7. I wait literally 1/1000 and rip something. Is that considered a distraction? Yes or no?
Rip something? Are we talking about gas or are we talking about a shot?
Shut up, Torres.
Rip something? What?
It doesn't matter. He gets what I'm saying. I take a shot.
C7. Okay. That works. Yeah, C7.
He's already regretting joining the stream. I'm sure you are, Arthur. But it's a great question. I need a ref. You know what? Can we get a ref in the chat sometime here? The next time we do this, can we get a ref?
Arthur is a ref. You just like the head ref.
I get that, but I'm saying in chat, not like the chat, text chat. I mean on the call.
You can get. Arthur, you want to join in the Discord?
We don't have time. I have to go to bed in like 5 minutes. We're both supposed to go to bed like an hour ago. But I mean, like next time we do this, I want to get someone in the call who is a ref that we can bounce ideas off of.
Let's get a really shitty ref, like
I am a ref and I'm a crappy ref, but
me too. Like the last time I was a judge was like 92, and I failed the certification test, and I judged anyway.
I
That's
actually
how bad
passed
I've
the certification thing. I'm actually considered a pro ref, but I tell everyone I'm a crappy ref. So
really bad.
all right,
Jeff,
fine,
you can
Jeff,
take a
let's
medical
see.
timeout. If someone farts during a match, you can take a medical timeout up to 9 hours. Trust me on that one. You just fly home. What?
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Can you air it out?
Can you air it out? I have
If someone
desktop. I'm
farts
not
at the table during a match. Yeah, you actually can take a timeout for that. I believe it wholeheartedly. You can take a timeout for that.
Is it a medical? Can you take a medical timeout?
I don't think you can take a medical timeout, actually. I don't think you're allowed to take a medical timeout on that.
I hear a story that that Jeep was playing Tony Bacon, and he was saying that Tony Bacon's breath was so bad he threatened to take a medical timeout every time he exhaled. Can you imagine that? Like every time you breathe out, you get a medical timeout. That's head games right there, right? If I say, dude, your breath is so bad, I'm taking a medical timeout every time you breathe out. What?
That's pretty entertaining to me. I don't know about others, but to me, that's fabulous.
Meanwhile,
I have to start wrapping this up here in a moment because it is well past my bedtime. I'm an old man in a young man's body. Are we going to start doing this more often? Because this is great.
Yeah, well, this is I don't know whose brand this is good for. I don't know if it's good for anybody's brand. Like, do you really? Bearded Wonder, do you really want this nonsense on your Twitch? This is brutal. Like, I think Steve's going to be traumatized after this.
This will be on my YouTube, and I 100% am fine with it. I find this is good content for my channel.
I'm fine with it too. I'm just yapping.
Saying. I mean, given
we need some characters. Like, with the Discord can handle tons of people. We should bring like Johnny Horton.
No.
Tony Bacon.
Yes.
Anyone who's smoking crack that night, like any number of foosers from like Arkansas.
Yeah, let's
just bring them in.
Here's the problem: we can't have more than 3 people, in my opinion, because then it gets confusing. Like your voice, my voice is different enough that everybody knows who's who. But if we start having a whole bunch of people and everybody starts talking over each other, it's going to become a mess, and we're not going to be able to know what's going on. So we have to keep it a limit on how many people are in here. All in all, I think this is fun. I've enjoyed myself. It doesn't take up a ton of my time or any effort on my behalf to...
It doesn't take a ton of your time. We've been doing this for like 2 hours, dude.
Shut up.
This has been it's been fun. Don't get me wrong.
It's been super fun. Remember when I said I didn't want to do this for 2 hours?
Yeah. Easy to talk, foosball.
I love it.
Oh, dude, look at In Charge will do the smell. So
yeah, I'm 100% fine with that.
What if I'm highly sensitive to smells and I have a medical card that says I'm sensitive to smells?
Oh my gosh, that's such a lie.
No, I mean,
you know it. You know it. I know it. Arthur knows it. Jason and Steve know it, and they're playing a match. They know you're full of it.
Dude, you know sometimes a packet loss, it looks like Steve Duncan has the fastest wall pass of all time because it like warps. The wall warps.
So I want to be clear. That's your crappy computer. I actually am getting these matches in great shape here.
Arthur, you asking me for my medical card has to be some kind of harassment policy.
No. He was talking about for the bad sense of smell thing. He's saying if you can produce a medical card...
saying, why isn't my word good enough?
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
Why isn't my word good enough?
Quit
your winning?
Whining.
I see it.
You don't see it.
I do see it. I can see it.
Liar.
I'm just kidding. Who's going to say quit your winning after a remark like that? Break. Dude. See our mindset. I know who that is, too.
Who is that? Huh? Who's that?
I know who it is, fool.
Who's CR mindset?
Dude. I have a question. Why do refs let some players get away with a lot more than afraid to piss off a player?
I don't think that's true.
I think it is true depending on so like here's where you get weirdness, right? Like you knew if you were going to judge a Johnny Horton or Steve Murray match, the anxiety was already high. Like first of all, if Steve Murray was playing in a match and like Adrian Zamora was in the crowd, he had to be guilted into reffing the match. It was like Adrian didn't want anything to do with it. He like when people saw certain matches, they wanted to watch, but they didn't want to judge. They started hiding. Like, I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna hide, and then they're like, and then some of them, out of guilt and lack of a better person to control the match, they got guilted into. So here comes Adrian out of the stands, shaking his head like, I didn't want to do this. And you would take a good judge like Adrian Zamora or Lou Salkind or Bob Maloney. You take judges like that, even if they were drunk. You'd be like, I'd rather have Adrian Zamora drunk than like Mark Torres completely sober. That's how important good judges are. So there, people get negative marks against them, and they just didn't want to deal with certain headaches. I don't know. You get weirdness with the celebrity personality.
He's talking about the ref giving like preferential treatment because they're certain foosball players.
So if you get a master judge and two non-entities that don't haven't established a certain belligerence toward the rules, I don't think that happens. I think they're approached equitably. I think if you get a master, like a good solid master ref, and he like lets Bobby get away with stuff, that's just preferential treatment because that guy knows what's going to happen. Yeah, it's just.
But there's also certain things that are allowed that look like they shouldn't be, and vice versa. So like Diaz, for example, Bobby, right? He can get away with saying stuff on the table as long as he's not directing it at a specific player with malice. Now, like he can talk and say, oh, I'm the greatest. He can do all that kind of talking as long as he's not like putting the opponent down or belittling them in some fashion. He's not going to get called for that. Where other people, if they say the wrong stuff, it's all about context. So like, and what they say exactly.
Steve Duncan's about to go up 2-0 on Jason Wicks. What's up, Steve? If you win this game, just win this game, Steve. And then I'm gonna give you some advice for the last game.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the difference between you winning and losing the match. That brush down has not been working for you all night, by the way. But if it's working now,
no, he got a couple of them. He's actually been getting them a little bit.
I haven't been watching at all. As a matter of fact, ooh,
that one was deep.
That's what she said.
Ow!
That's what he said.
And Steve Duncan with a chance to win game number 2 from the
pressure's
push-out
on. You're never gonna amount to nothing.
Going long, Granny.
We're gonna laugh at you.
We are so stupid. If you don't get, you're gonna be a better player from all this.
We're gonna laugh at you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And Steve Duncan puts the ball back into play, setting up in the pull shot position. Stubbing the ball! Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
No. Focus, baby, focus. I'm gonna just put this one down, Steven, and I'm gonna tell you how to win this match or how to go home completely satisfied with your play today. Let me tell you how to do it. Oh, there you got another chance. That's it. Put that spin shot on goal, baby. Okay, what do you say? Bob of the 90s before I came ahead. Carl Miller. Oh no! I just to lose bracket match. And the match was Horton. Oh yeah, Horton, Kobe, and Bacon Murray.
Oh my god!
That's not to say I've never had bad matches reffing because I definitely have. Steve, right now, this is how you do it. You can take control right now. Tell Jason you need to go to the bathroom and then jump in your car and just go home.
Promise is Jason won the game.
Do you think the refs at the table should be able to ask Jim Stevens for a replay?
I do.
I
do believe they should. Yes.
A ref can ask anybody in the stands if they have a replay of that.
Really?
Yes, a ref can use any video evidence that he wants for a call. Period.
Really?
Damn. Let me tell you where there's a market.
Is that a
fast
real
editing?
Is that a real
fast
thing?
editing? If you could take your video and rapidly edit it.
Arthur, can you confirm that for me?
That's on one of the 50 tables.
Yep.
Jeez.
The other 49 matches, no.
No, on any table.
I know, but there's no camera on the rest of the table.
If somebody's standing there with a cell phone, they can do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Arthur,
I've had dirty.
Arthur, confirm that for me, please. I wanna hear
JJ
that.
Rich Kidrich won. I've had that happen. I won't say names, but there was a master and his pro buddies from a certain state all together, and I made the mistake as a novice letting the guy ref the match, and I just got completely cheated. It was a lesson learned about getting two people from the same state that were buddies to ref your match. Try to get someone from a different state if you can. And there's error bias because unless they don't like each other, there could be error bias that way. But two people from California, the person from California may just lean in the direction of the other person from California, just like error bias because that's where they're from. It's just not a good idea. Community is too small at the end of the day. Yeah.
So,
Jeff,
Rich,
sometimes what happens Jeff, is you get makeup calls. That strike zone gets bigger, or it gets like if you're throwing strikes in one place and you blunder, the umpire will give that another strike to the other team as a makeup call. That's part of the culture of baseball too. Go ahead. Sorry, Jason, I cut you off.
no, it's fine. Rich, one, I don't think there's really such thing as a dirty ref. I think most of the refs are actually not biased, and it's definitely not dirty refs. But I will say this: you can ask the ref a question, but they're not supposed to answer it. Like, how much time was that? Even if they have a clock on them, they're not supposed to answer what the time was.
Man up. Or two down on this guy.
And I would love to see a formalized version of that also, Arthur. I didn't know that was actually a thing, that you could get video evidence from anywhere. I think that's insane. And I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Mark.
Yeah.
That is a culture of baseball, 100%. And I would imagine there's an aspect of that to foosball as well.
Yeah, you just can't help. There's a human element. Like I think the judges try to approach the table with a certain amount of objectivity and consistency. I think they can try. They really can, but I think at the end of the day, the players are kind of dictating the culture of the culture. Every match is going to be different, right? Every culture of every match is going to be different. I love the error bias when you're called to a match to time, and you're like, screw it, I'm timing. I'm not looking at anything else but my watch. I don't want the stress of making a call, so I'm just looking at my watch. Like, dude, yeah.
Jeff, I would say that the ref should have to look at it, but I don't know. I don't think it's in writing. Theoretically, I can insist upon reffing a match, even if one side objects. However, I endeavor not to impose myself upon a match.
Ooh, what? Dude, nice push shot. He's pulling out everything on you. It's clear Jason has an issue with wrist shots. Anything that uses your wrist, Steve.
All right. Even chronic masturbation.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great.
Yeah.
Now, if those wraps are a little sticky, you know why.
We're gonna call Jeff. We're gonna call Steve Duncan CM, baby. CM.
Oh my gosh.
CM Steve Duncan.
How interesting.
Well, I love you guys, whoever you are, unless you're serial killers or assholes. I love you. I'm calling it. Steve, you got this, baby.
We're not going to finish out this game.
Thanks so much, guys.
We'll finish out this game.
Yeah, let's
Why
finish
not?
out the game.
What is it? 3-2?
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Jason Wick.
Yep. And Jason's trying to close it. All right, guys, this is going to be the last game of the night for us. Show a little bit of love in the chat if you would. Let us know you were here. Ooh, Steve, waking up.
He was trying to go down, I think. Dude, did you mean that? No, you meant it. You meant it. No matter what, you meant it. Dude, those are the worst. The skippy wall pass that he misexecuted and he just skips. What? Come on. Get him, Steve. Steve, don't screw this up.
Yeah.
And guys, please make sure you guys sub to the channels.
Don't do the brush down, Steve. Don't do the brush down.
Hey, everybody, make sure that you sub to both channels, right? Bearded Wonder Foosball on Twitch and Chase Pennell on YouTube. We're both going to be putting out content on a fairly regular basis. Obviously, Bearded Wonder doing some streaming. I do a lot of videos. Make sure you check them both out and come back for more.
High 72. If you're talking about a domestic American table, probably with a moderate shipping amount, it's going to be the Warrior table as a home model table. There's a great table out of Asia. There's two of them. There's a Fireball and a Guardian table. There's also the home model Tornado table. That's probably still on the higher end, but Warrior is likely. Dude, Jeff likes your tutorial videos.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that, man. Much love. Rich asks, what if you're playing in blatantly experienced... Wait, what?
Ask the ref.
Can you throw your hands off the table and tell the ref was out of jar? So no, actually you can't. That would be considered a distraction. You have to let the ref call the match.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a distraction. There it was, the three-man weave wall pass. Come on, Steve. The three-man weave wall pass. Give me a break.
Thanks, Johnny.
Sick of looking at it,
man.
Steve, if you win this game, you're the hero. You're my hero. If you don't win it, I'm unfriending you on Facebook. Let's go. Shoot that. Ah, there it was. He was jumping out of the way.
No.
Oh, he coughed it up. Let's do this, dude. Steve, let's do this. It's just you and me.
So technically, Rich, unless a ref is on the table, you can't really call anything.
Boom, baby. Boom, baby. Got one more chance. Call timeout. Call timeout, Steve.
Timeout.
Yes.
Oh.
Dude, call timeout. Yes. Yes. They're all going to laugh at you. You're never going to amount to nothing.
So, high 72, I would suggest, if you're looking for like a really inexpensive option, maybe jump on like Facebook Marketplace or something like that. Find a used Tornado table, even if it's a home model. Sometimes you can find them for a few $100s, and maybe even find an old coin op and fix it up. But I would say that's probably your better option, is finding like a used table on like a Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist.
Okay, that's not the direction, Steve. Go the other way.
If you have two refs,
yes!
I'm happy with the first ref.
Boom! Boom! Steve's my hero! Steve's
no, I
my
think
hero!
you can only have a maximum of two refs, Jeff.
No, you used to have 4 refs. 2 timers and 2 judges. You have 4 refs. I've seen matches with 4 refs.
Really?
It's obnoxious.
In recent history?
No, 90s. The only reason why you couldn't get 4 refs now is because there's not enough refs.
That is true.
Yeah, I used to have 4 judges at the table, dude. It was obnoxious. Like, where we can't even
I don't
see.
even know how you can have that many people on a table. Like,
Dude, one
reffing.
person
That's
on each
insane.
side touching the table, and like
That's
2
silly.
timers. Like there was a primary timer and a backup timer.
That's insane to me. That doesn't make sense. All right, guys. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
man.
watching. I appreciate it. We are going to wrap this up. Please make sure you guys subscribe to all the channels, all the information. We really do appreciate you guys being here. That's really it for me.
All I gotta say is I had a lot of fun. We'll do it again. I'll post when I'm going to do it. It was a good time, just talking smack. Hopefully,
Absolutely.
people don't. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you like me or not. Honestly, I just say it sometimes to be
Same here.
diplomatic. I really don't give a.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
All right,
Let's get
guys,
it, guys.
and happy Foosing!